teach your children well. The father's hell is slowly go by.
I'm Robert Kiyosaki, author of Rich Dad Poor Dad. I'm sitting here with my youngest protege, the future. This guy is going to be bigger than Bill Gates or the guys at Google and all this. And this is young John Paul. We're in Texas. How old are you, John Paul?
I'm 11 years old.
11 years old. And how old were you when you read Rich Dad Poor Dad?
I was about 7 years old.
7 years old.
Yes.
And have you read almost everything so far?
Yes,
Have you played
everything?
Have you played my cash flow games?
Yes, I have.
Okay, and now tell the people at home what you've learned so far that's different than what they teach you at school.
Well, I learned just about I learned business skills that I need that you need in real life to succeed and to do well in business and investing. And I learned all the things that I know about money. That is my one source and the only source I need.
Oh, no, that's a good answer, but with other people.
Yeah.
So, and this is a Learning Annex event, and you've been to these several times or before. Do you learn something new every time?
Yes, I learn new every time.
And if you had some advice for the people at home, whether they're young or old, what would you advise them?
Get the Rich Dad Poor Dad book.
Thank you. Okay, you had some questions for me?
Yes. What do you prefer? Real estate that's residential or real estate that's commercial property?
That's a good question, and I always say to everybody, in school there's answers, but in real life, life's a multiple guess test. You know?
Okay.
So I'll just say, when I started out in real estate, I started out in residential. And that's what I recommend to most people, because you want to start small and make as many mistakes as possible when you're young.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And then as you get better, then you go into bigger properties. So now I'm into raw land, I'm into larger apartment houses and all this. But you should practice on something small first.
All right.
And I think you know now, one of the biggest mistakes that people make, they say investing is risky. People say that. Well, what's risky is being an idiot, right?
Correct.
And it's like riding a bicycle. Did you fall down once or twice?
Yes.
And now can you ride a bicycle?
Yes.
Is it easy now?
Yes, because you practice.
That's right. And it's the same as investing. You know, when you first start out, that's when the risk is the highest.
Okay.
But what most people do is they look at risk, and so they never start, so they never learn anything. That'd be like if you said, "I don't want to fall off a bicycle," you would never fall off, right?
Right, because if I don't try it.
Right. So as a young man, you know, you already have your first company, right?
Right.
And what company is that?
My company is Ignite.
And
Stream Energy.
Huh?
My company is Ignite Stream Energy.
Stream Energy. Okay. And now, why did you want to start that?
Well, I wanted to start because it was network marketing.
Yeah.
And so I thought that I didn't have to talk to too many strangers. I wouldn't endanger myself.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I still had some good growth potential.
Right. And you're learning a very important business skill called talking to people, right?
Yes, salesmanship.
Salesmanship. Right. And what are your plans for the future?
My plans are to try to increase the passive residual income that comes.
Yeah.
I also would like to start acquiring some real estate properties.
Yeah.
And I would just like to overall increase my net worth with other things.
Not bad for 11 years old?
Yes, 11 years old.
And you plan on getting a job when you get older?
No. I'm trying to have enough passive residual income by the time that I come here, or passive income coming in from properties that I won't ever have to work a job.
Good. So you can be a free human being.
Yes.
Good for you. Good for you.
Thank
So
you.
I'm very proud of you.
Thank you very much.
And he's one of the most well-behaved, kind, smart. But what's kind of frightening about him, too, he can ask my attorneys questions that they have a hard time answering just because he's so interested in the subject and all that. Do you know, what's a good corporation versus a bad corporation?
A bad corporation would be a general partnership or sole proprietorship because you're not protected by other entities. But a good entity to choose to protect yourself would be a C corporation, an S corporation, an LLC, or an LP.
Holy mackerel, congratulations. What a smart kid.
Thank you very much.
So to the people out there, this is the Learning Annex, and we provide education for the real world, should I say, for people who want to be rich. I don't necessarily encourage every child this age to want to be an entrepreneur and investor, because children should develop their interest. But I remember when I was Jean Paul's age, I really felt alone a lot of the time because, you know, most of my friends were going to be employees or they're going to work hard or be sports guys and all this stuff. And all I ever wanted to be was to be an entrepreneur and an investor. And so I'm really glad your mom brings you here to at least rub shoulders with us old guys, right? What do you want to say about your son's education? Are you proud of him and all that?
I am proud, but I'm most proud that what he wants to learn, he wants to apply, and so it's been a challenge for us to live what we say is important. And John Paul's behind us all the way, pushing us to step out of comfort zones. He encouraged us to transfer our equity and annuity fund into a self-directed fund so that we could channel it into REIT investments. And we did phenomenally well in
that's an oil and gas.
In oil and gas, exactly. He said we needed to be in a commodity versus real estate at this point in the market.
Right, very good, very good.
So we are stepping out, and we have you to thank,
thank you.
And John Paul too. So we are grateful for his gifts, and we do try to learn from them.
Right. So he's teaching you now.
Yes, he teaches us a lot.
Well, I think it's very big of you have great parents, right?
Yes.
Because a lot of parents would say, you know, do as we tell you, not what you want to learn.
Right. I'm very blessed to have my mom and dad as parents.
Yes, you are.
Thank you.
They're blessed to have you.
And though we may be rich, we're thankful to have you as a wealthy, rich dad, part of our family.
Well, thank you very much. I'm honored to have you as our friends. Okay, so everybody's hot on real estate right now, right?
Right.
So why are you recommending your parents go into oil and gas?
Because the real estate bubble will eventually pop.
Right, the cycle has matured.
Right.
Yeah.
And so then it'll go down while oil and gas and other things that people need every day go up.
Right.
And with that, you can put it into real estate and it climbs back up.
That's right. You want to go in assets that are going up, not going down.
Right.
So, do you know the advantages of oil and gas versus, let's say, a mutual fund?
Pardon?
Do you know some of the advantages and disadvantages of oil and gas?
Well, a disadvantage is that you don't always strike it. It's a risk.
Correct. That's right.
Taking a risk. But the advantages are, if you do, you can make huge returns on it.
Passive income, right?
Correct.
Right. Also, the tax advantages of oil and gas are pretty interesting. So, anyways, a very smart young man. I mean, he knows more than me about a lot of stuff. So, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Teach your children well. The Father's hell. Just slowly go.